Thank you, Kevin. The owner of the popular Mexican restaurant chain, Bobby Salazar's, appeared in front of a judge for the first time since his arrest on Monday. And tonight we're learning more about the alleged plot to burn down one of his restaurants and collect almost $1 million in insurance money. Action News reporter Cassandra Gutierrez spoke to a legal analyst about the 22-page criminal complaint and why it's not the first time Salazar has found himself in a legal battle.
Cameras were not allowed in federal court on Wednesday afternoon, where Fresno business owner Robert Bobby Salazar made his first court appearance after his arrest on Tuesday. He faces arson and fraud charges for allegedly hiring a motorcycle club member to set Bobby Salazar's restaurant on Blackstone Avenue on fire for a $980,000 insurance payout, according to court documents.
Mr. Salazar apparently had rented the location out to someone else. That tenant wasn't able to keep the business open, so he'd taken it back over. That happens at the end of 2023. In 2024, he takes possession of the property, re-ups the insurance policy, and even adds coverage for loss of rental insurance, even though the property wasn't rented. He claims to have been using it for storage purposes, according to the complaint. Yet about 4 months later, the building burns down.
Legal analyst Roger Bonakdar explains Salazar's insurance company and federal investigators had been looking into him for years leading up to the arrest. Fire investigators gathered surveillance and found local cell phone data of two people later identified as co-conspirators in the complaint that pinged near the scene. They were both members of a local motorcycle gang.
They take one of these individuals into custody and they start recording their jail calls. That person starts communicating with other alleged members of the Screamin' Demon motorcycle gang, and then one who is alleged to be the president of this motorcycle gang connects with, allegedly, with Bobby Salazar.
Roger explains that the insurance company had done their own investigation where Salazar denied knowing the two members, but jail calls documented in the complaint show otherwise. This discovery led investigators to prior allegations.
Back in 2020, apparently there was a civil lawsuit involving Mr. Salazar and one of his former employees. That employee who sued him apparently had 3 of their vehicles hit by Molotov cocktails and burned up. Later in the same year, allegedly, the former brother-in-law of Mr. Salazar had his home or his property also hit by Molotov cocktails. Shortly thereafter, in a certain period thereafter, a local attorney's office who was representing an employee against Mr. Salazar had his office hit with Molotov cocktails.
Meanwhile, Salazar's friends who didn't want to talk on camera say they believe he's innocent. If convicted, he faces up to 30 years in prison. Wednesday's court appearance was continued to Thursday because Salazar is awaiting representation. He remains in custody. In Fresno, I'm Cassandra Gutierrez, ABC 30 Action News.